Now, live from Whitney Media, 1460 WVOX, the Greenburgh Report, with Greenburgh Town Supervisor Paul Feiner. You can join in the conversation at 914-636-0110. Now on 1460 WVOX, here's Greenburgh Town Supervisor Paul Feiner.
Good morning, I'm Paul Feiner. I'm the Greenburgh Town Supervisor, and today we have an interesting program. The world of business has changed in recent years. It's much more difficult for businesses to survive. And with us today is Vikram Sharma, who has a business, Main Street Ignite. And Mr. Sharma is determined to help local businesses use marketing skills and social media skills to give them the best chance of success. And Mr. Sharma has also been helpful to a newly formed Greenburgh Chamber of Commerce, setting up a website, for the chamber. And, I'm optimistic that with his help and the help of others, we're going to have a thriving business community. So thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome, Paul. Thank you for having me.
Maybe you could start by telling us a little bit about yourself and your organization.
Yes, Paul. So I got my bachelor's and master's in computer engineering from NYU. And after graduating, I worked at IBM as a computer engineer for about 10 years. And then after leaving IBM, I started my own company. And my firm is Main Street Ignite. So at Main Street Ignite, we work with small business owners and entrepreneurs, helping them market their products and services. As you know, you can have the best product in the world, but if no one knows about it, that product doesn't do anything. So you have to get the word out. So when I started Main Street Ignite, that was the whole idea. Basically, be a marketing service provider to small businesses and entrepreneurs and help them get their word out about their products and services.
And it used to be that the newspapers played a much more prominent role in marketing, and now you don't have that as much.
That is correct. Now the media landscape has, especially after COVID, media landscape has changed quite a bit. The customers are all online. During COVID, everyone was stuck at home, and you'll be surprised that the amount of online traffic nearly just exploded during the COVID times. And it was not just people surfing for the sake of surfing, they were going there with commercial intent. So that's why and many small business owners just could not, make that transition quickly enough to transition online and get the word out.
So, how successful has your efforts been so far?
Yes, we've been working with various small business owners, especially across, the New York tri-state area. I have various customers. You can go to our website. I have various references and specific use cases that we've done. We work with real estate agents, realtors, accountants, restaurants, and so it has been a challenge to get them to transition from their earlier way of thinking, the way they've been marketing in the past, and then bring them up to speed. But they understand that they have to make a change, otherwise, they'll perish and die.
In terms of marketing, is it all social media?
Well, social media, Paul, is just one of the components. It is a very important component, but marketing is more way above and beyond just social media. So, for example, it all starts with a web page or a website, and then social media is basically an add-on which is used to amplify your message which you have put on your website.
Right.
So there are various components. Social media is one of the components, and within social media you have Facebook, you have Twitter, you have Instagram, and now TikTok is really catching up. But the core concept is that you have to look at the fundamentals of marketing and what you're trying to achieve. So you have to define, what your so obviously you've started a business, you have a product, you have a service, you have an idea. Then the goal of marketing is to get that idea and product and services out there to your target audience. So it all starts with defining the who. Who is your target audience, defining a customer avatar, and being very, very clear about who you are after.
I'm Paul Feiner. We have to take a break. I'm the Greenburgh Town Supervisor, and I'm interviewing Vikram Sharma, who's helping the town set up a Chamber of Commerce website, and he has a business, Main Street Ignite. What's the website?
It's mainstreetignite.com.
Oh, that's easy to remember.
Yes.
So we have to take a 5-minute break, and after the break, I'll be right back, and we'll be talking with Vikram Sharma, mainstreetignite.com. And we could tell you a little bit how you could help your own business grow through social media and marketing. I'm Paul Feiner.
1460 WVOX.
Now back to the Greenburgh Report on 1460 WVOX. Once again, here's Greenburgh Town Supervisor Paul Feiner.
Hi, I'm Paul Feiner, and my guest is Vikram Sharma. And Vikram owns a business, and it's mainstreetignite.com.
Yes.
mainstreetignite.com. And Vikram is also involved in helping us start a Greenburgh Chamber of Commerce. And what's our website?
Yeah, Paul, the website for the chamber is greenburghchamber.com, and it works in conjunction with greenburghboost.com. So greenburghboost.com is the community-facing site. So on Greenburgh, so the chamber site will be directed more towards business owners. So that will be an educational resource for business owners where they'll become a member, and then they'll learn about business growth strategies. greenburghboost.com is a community-facing site, and that's targeted towards the residents of Greenburgh, where we will stress to the residents the importance of serving and helping the local businesses. And we have the concept of VIP club, anniversary club, birthday clubs, where the regular community members give us the contact information, and then they are provided offers and deals from local businesses.
That is, that is great. One of the questions I have is, why would a chamber be a valuable tool for a local business?
Well, I think chambers, as a concept in the American economy, plays a very, very critical role. The chamber provides business networking, business growth. They provide advocacy services. And the way we are structuring our Greenburgh Chamber is quite unique also, because we'll have hands-on workshops. When business owners come to our workshops, before they leave, before they are done with us, they're going to have a working, implementable business growth machine, which they can start using from the very next day in their businesses.
And in terms of your business and what you've done, mainstreetignite.com, what do you recommend to a small business? How do they get new customers?
So basically, it all starts with a website. When you talk about the internet, Paul, the basic building block is a web page. So you don't need a very, huge and big website. You can just have a simple one-page website. The main thing is the business owner and what his product or service is. So you start with a web page. You are the hero of your company. So you get featured on your web page. You describe what you offer to the community, and you start with there. Once your web page or your website is in place, then you start looking at social media and getting the word out.
Do you believe that, like, the typical advertising in local newspapers, is that also effective or not as much?
Yeah, that's still an effective channel. I mean, basically the newspaper, flyers, the coupons, they are all traditional means of marketing. But But the problem with that is that they tend to be more on the expensive side, and it's beyond the budget of a typical small business owner to be able to advertise in newspapers and continuously do the coupon marketing. And also it's been seen that the response rate has been coming down. So that's why it's very important for business owners to start looking at other channels, including online.
And is it tough to get existing customers to buy more?
Yes, that's one of the challenges, and that's why in our chamber we are going to set up this business growth machine, Paul, which has these 4 gears. And the first gear is the offer. It all starts with the offer. Basically, a business is a series of offers, and you have to keep on trying different offers and see which works with with the American people. The critical component, Paul, which all these businesses have been missing, and why 70% of the restaurants in Manhattan went out of business during COVID, was they did not have a capture mechanism. You spend all the time, effort, money to get a new customer through the door. And in most cases, even if you look at today, you go to a restaurant, most of them don't ask me for my mobile number, for my email address. So in most cases, I'm a one-time customer. So to get repeat business, it is critical for them to capture my contact information so that they can market to me on an ongoing basis. And that's where our business growth machine comes in, because gear number 1 is the offer. Once the offer is in place and people come through the door, our gear number 2 will kick in, which will capture the email and text number. And then gear number 3 is the follow-up. The machine will, on a consistent, regular basis, put your offers on an ongoing basis to your customers. And then gear number 4 is the upsell. A person doesn't become your customer unless he revisits you a second time. You don't want to fall into the Groupon trap where Groupon makes you give these offers 80% off, 40% off. The people go there. The business owner doesn't capture their contact information. Groupon has captured that. They are building the database, and they become $1 billion company. Whereas the small business owner, the person goes there and he never comes back.
That's really very interesting because, like I know there's, and I had her on the program, the owner of Penny Lick ice cream in Hastings, and she's always in everybody's face because you basically get an ice cream, then you get they put you on their email list, and every few days you get another email blast or you see something on Facebook, and then if you constantly are aware of the business, you're more likely to go back. And if you're not constantly aware, then you may just go someplace else after a while.
That is correct, Paul. And the key here is that once you give the customer a good experience if you have a good product and service, and you give your prospect or your customer a good experience the first time, there is absolutely no reason why he will not give you his text number and email address.
Right, so if you get their text number and email address and you had a good experience and you keep getting reminders, if somebody's not sure what they're going to do on a Friday or Saturday night and they got the reminder, they're more likely to go to that restaurant.
Exactly, Paul. That's what our gear number 2 in the Greenburgh Chamber growth machine will do, which a lot of solutions out there are not doing it. Groupon is not doing it. Amazon is not doing it for the small business owner. You and I are going to do that for the small business owner in Greenburgh. We are going to help these businesses capture the contact information, email and text number. And then, like once or twice a week, we are not going to spam them. We are going to send them special offers.
Right, so basically sometimes they'll say happy birthday, you're getting a free birthday cake. And really what they really want is they want your email address rather than...
That is correct, Paul. We are going to set up what's called, this machine has the concept of the birthday club.
Oh yeah, we have to take a break.
Now back to the Greenburgh Report on 1460 WVOX. Once again, here's Greenburgh Town Supervisor Paul Feiner.
My name is Paul Feiner. I'm the Greenburgh Town Supervisor, and this is a really interesting program. My guest is Vikram Sharma, and Vikram Sharma has a business, mainstreetignite.com. We see a lot of businesses opening up, but many of them don't last. And that's because they're not using effective social media and marketing, I guess.
Basically, Paul, they have, people or these businesses have to have their own marketing channel. They cannot just rely on Facebook and Google and coupon ads. They have to start capturing the contact information of the people who visit their businesses and own that list. That way, basically it's marketing on demand. Whenever they want, whenever they have a slow day or on a Friday night, they can just send a message to their list and get people through the door.
Do you feel that businesses, before they open up, should do their own advanced marketing or polling or research to determine if that business is right for that
Absolutely,
location?
Paul. If you look at some of the most successful online businesses or the large businesses who have been successful, they do not start marketing, after they're physically open. They set up a landing page, make people aware, but the key is on all those web pages, you will leave your contact information. So they start building their list, they start collecting their contact information way before they are opening up. So that's why all these businesses that you mentioned are coming up, whether it's the golf simulator stores or the other stores that are opening up in Greenburgh. We need to get in touch with those business owners and start promoting those businesses that they're opening up on Greenburgh Boost and on Greenburgh Chamber, and start making people aware and start collecting the contact information of the community so that as soon as they open, we have a grand opening ceremony.
And one of the reasons for a chamber is it's another way of getting the word out.
Exactly. I mean, the chamber will be heavily promoting the greenburghchamber.com website. It will be promoting and that's where Greenburgh Boost comes in. Greenburgh Boost is a community-facing site. March 15th, Paul, is the launch of Greenburgh Boost. And Greenburgh Boost, you will see, we will be promoting it heavily on Nextdoor. I know you're very active on Nextdoor. Right. We'll be promoting heavily on Facebook, on various social media channels. We'll be doing door-to-door canvassing. And we'll be making the residents of Greenburgh aware of Greenburgh Post. We'll be setting up the VIP clubs, the birthday clubs, the anniversary clubs on Greenburgh Post. So we'll be collecting the contact information, the cell phone numbers, the email addresses of all the community members. And that way, when any business needs promotion or whenever there's a grand opening, boom, we'll make the community aware of them.
It seems like a lot of younger people are not using Facebook. And are you finding that it's harder because it seems like even social media is a world that's changing?
That is correct, Paul. So we have to, look at the demographics, so that's why it's very, very critical to define the who is the target market. So in the case of millennials and the younger generation, they are more active on Instagram and channels like TikTok. So, we have to promote our services over there. We have to understand the mentality and the mindset of this younger generation and tune our marketing as per the desires.
In terms of paid internet advertising, if you just post something on Facebook, it doesn't get to everybody anymore.
That is correct, Paul. Facebook organic reach is dwindling like very, very, very fast. So Facebook has built up this humongous database of billions of people, and so for getting the message out, if you do it in organic way, if you just post it, the reach is very, very minimal. So that's why paid advertising comes in. When you create a post, you can simply put in $5 and boost it. When you boost a post, at least you have a reach of, in my, for example, for a laundromat, we did a boost in Mount Vernon, and for $5 a day, it gave us an audience size of about 1,500 to 2,000 people.
Wow.
Whereas without the paid advertising, the reach was, I don't know, 100, 150 people, something like that.
Well, and people don't realize that always.
That is correct, Paul, and that's as part of our welcome package to the businesses who become a member of the Greenburgh Chambers. As part of a welcome package, we will set up this the boost for them.
Are people, are these like the free sites? Are you getting less and less reach every year? Are they constantly cutting back?
That is correct, Paul. Whether it's Facebook or Yelp, and there are so many directory sites out there, they are saturated, they are crowded. If you look at Yelp, for example, they have a paid mechanism. If you look at LinkedIn, they have a paid advertising. Twitter, they have a paid advertising. Instagram. So if you really want the reach on these social media platforms, you have to pay to play.
Well, and it's not that expensive.
Yeah, in Facebook and Instagram, my testing has shown that for as little as $5 to $10 per day, you can, get a reach of, thousands of people. Whereas in an organic, it's barely like 10, 15, 50 people.
You use YouTube also, the area ads?
Yes. So YouTube is basically like your TV channel. It's prohibitively expensive to get space on advertising space on TV. So YouTube, again, is the same thing. If you do it in an organic way, it's difficult to get reach. But if you do it in the paid way, your reach is much higher.
Wow. You, in your report, also talk about sales funnels. What's that?
Basically, sales funnel, Paul, is the mechanism of gradually holding your prospects step by step. So in a typical sales funnel, at the top of the funnel, you make a free offer to get people in through the door. So it could be, like 50% off if you're a restaurant. If you're a chiropractor, you can make a free PDF guide. So once you define your target audience and you come up with a very, very attractive offer, which is a very low cost or free, that's the top of your funnel. Once people enter the funnel, then you gradually educate them more, tell them more about your products and services, and then make them purchase your core offer. And once they purchase your core offer, then you've captured their email and cell phone and other contact information, and then you're marketing to them on a regular basis and gradually get them to buy from you more frequently, buy more and more of your product and services, and spend more money with you. So basically, that's what a funnel does. It gradually starts with people, starts bringing them, makes them aware about your products and services, and then gradually makes them, buy and spend more money with you.
What's your experiences with search engines?
Search engines also, it's getting more and more challenging, but it's still an effective channel. So it all starts with the keyword research, which many businesses, people just put up websites. So the right way of doing is, whenever you set up a web page on the internet, you have to do some keyword research as to what your product and services are. And then you have to think of what your prospective customer is. Whenever people look for a product or service these days, everyone goes online. So you have to think what your potential target customer is thinking as he's typing those words into the Google. So those are the keywords, Paul. So those keywords you have to work into the content which you're setting up on your page. So it depends on the market. Some markets, for example, if you do real estate, the top brokerage firms in the country have millions and billions of dollars in their bank account, and they really put content out there. They have experts who do the keyword research, and they are dominating the top search results pages.
It's it's so interesting, everything you're talking about. Do you also feel that it's important for businesses to highlight testimonials from other customers, and are there also abuses? Because sometimes you go to a restaurant and people will pay people to make up stuff.
Absolutely, Paul. Testimonials is one of the critical key pieces these days in online marketing. Google, when it ranks a page on the search engine results, looks at over 200 factors, believe it or not. So one of those key factors, and Google is placing more and more importance as to how many testimonials, what are the ratings. So it's critical. It's very important for business owners to showcase the testimonials as social proof and have it on the site.
How could a resident know if these ratings are accurate? Because sometimes a lot businesses could just tell their friends to say, "Oh, this is we're great."
Yes, that is indeed a challenge, Paul. And you must have seen in many sites they have things. They have third-party sites which verify whether that person actually is a customer. So you must be seeing next to the review, there's a small star which says verified buyer.
Great. We have to take one final break, and then we'll be back. And we're talking with Vikram Sharma, and he set up a Greenburgh website for the Chamber of Commerce. What's that again?
GreenburghChamber.com and GreenburghBoost.com.
And he also has his own business, MainStreetIgnite.com. I'm Paul Feiner, Greenburgh Town Supervisor.
1460 WVOX.
Now back to the Greenburgh Report on 1460 WVOX. Once again, here's Greenburgh Town Supervisor Paul Feiner.
My name is Paul Feiner. I'm the Greenburgh Town Supervisor, and my guest is Vikram Sharma, who is helping us start up the Greenburgh Chamber of Commerce. And he also has a special report on business growth machines. Is that special report also on your website?
That is correct, Paul. If you go to our website, we have a.
Sorry. If you go to the website MainStreetIgnite.com,
they'll see a big button called Business Growth Machine. So they can download the special report, and then they'll see a page where we walk them through the 4 gears of the machine and how to use it in your business to grow your business.
I have to compliment you because when I'm looking at this, it's so well written, and it's easy to understand, and it should be required reading for anybody who wants to start up a business. I'm really very impressed with this because you're doing a really nice job of making it easy, making it seem easy.
That is correct, Paul. I've been working with business owners in the New York tri-state areas for many years, and over the years, I've understood where they are, what they need, and based on all the experience and talking to these hundreds and hundreds of business owners across the New York metro area, it's because of them that I was able to create this report.
What is one of the biggest mistakes that businesses make when there's, why are some not successful?
Generating leads on a consistent basis, Paul, is the lifeblood of a business. If you don't have leads coming in on a consistent manner, your business will not survive. Why did 70% of the restaurants go out of business during COVID? I mean, even when the shutdown was there, takeout was still active. People were ordering food and deliveries were there. So if they had their own, they collected the contact information and built their list, they would have been able to stay in touch with those people, and many of them would have survived. So the key takeaway, Paul, in my opinion, is that you have to generate leads on a consistent manner, and not only generate leads, but you have to have the information of your customers and market to them on a consistent basis to stay on top of mind and get them through the door on more frequently. There are only 4 ways to grow a business: acquire new customers, which is the most expensive way. You spend the maximum amount of time, effort, and money in generating new customers. And then after all that time and effort, if you are not capturing their contact information and building a list, it's like money down the drain, because there's no guarantee that he's going to come back and visit your business again.
So really, I was thinking about it, like all the supermarkets, they send everybody a weekly
Yes.
brochure with coupons and sales prices. And sometimes, I actually look forward to looking at it and say, what's going to be on sale today? Our blueberry is going to be cheaper, the orange juice is going to be cheaper. And you almost look forward to it, but every week that it's there, and then you're going to be more likely to shop there.
That is correct, Paul. The larger companies, the larger businesses, the Kohl's, the ShopRites, the Amazons, they have the resources to build this machine and have this machine in place, where they've captured their cell phone numbers and email addresses and contact information of all their customers, and they're able to send you these coupons on a regular basis and stay in top of your mind. Whereas a typical small business owner on Main Street does not have the resources. And that's where our Greenburgh Chamber will come in. We are going to set up this machine for them so that the small business owner is empowered to have his own list, just like the Kohl's and ShopRite has, and they'll also stay on top of mind of their customers.
When I'm thinking that you have such good advice, and is it sort of expensive to hire somebody like yourself or a consultant if somebody's thinking of opening up a business? Because I think my gut feeling is that people think they could just rent a storefront, have a nice design, and people are going to just show up, and then some of them go out of business.
That is correct, Paul. That doesn't happen. Most of these small businesses don't have it's the buck starts and stops with the business owner. They don't have a team of advisors like these Kohl's and other companies have. They don't have professional marketing people. They don't have professional sales people. They don't have a IT specialist who's designing and putting these systems into place. And that's where you asked me earlier, where does the chamber fit in? That's where the chamber fits in. The chamber will be it'll be like a marketing department on call. It'll have the IT resources and all. The chamber will have the resources to at least get the word out. And then the IT resources, the marketing system that we are putting in place for all these businesses will be subsidized, and it'll be a very cost-effective solution which these small businesses owners will be able to afford, and they'll be at par with the systems which Kohl's and all these big companies have.
And it's almost one of the reasons why a number of years ago the Rotary clubs and the Kiwanis clubs were so popular, because that sort of filled the same sort of need, I guess, in some ways.
Yes, the Chamber of Commerce, the Rotary Club, and I think SCORE, these organizations were set up with this purpose. And what I've experienced by talking to business owners, Paul, is that, these people go there, they listen to lectures, they listen to these presentations, but the implementation aspect is not there. And that's what I'm trying to accomplish with and helping you with the Greenburgh Chamber of Commerce, is that we're not only just going to invite people to seminars, we're going to, stress the importance of having and implementing a working machine in their business, which will actually generate sales, leads, and customers for their business. And all these lectures, I've been to SCOREs and all these networking events, people come there, they spend 1 hour, 2 hours, they listen to lectures on social media. but then they go back and Monday it's still business as usual. Nothing is implemented in their business. They just listen to the thing, and most of the time it's not put into play in the actual practice, and that's where the Greenburgh Chamber will be different.
I'm really so impressed with you, and I'm really I'm not just saying it because you're a guest, but I'm very inspired by what you're doing. And you said in your special report, opening up a business is sort of like being just a jigsaw puzzle.
That is correct, Paul. These days, the business owners are getting hammered by sales rep from Google, from Facebook. Advertise with us, advertise with us, advertise with us. But the problem is they're not putting this basic core marketing principle in place. You have to have a lead capture mechanism in place to capture the contact information so that you can market to them on their own. The business owner should not have to rely on Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook and Google and Amazon for their business growth.
Great. And the other thing is, how do you get, if you're a business, somebody to buy more, not buy something higher end? If somebody goes in, are there tricks that will motivate somebody to buy the more expensive?
That is correct, Paul. That's where our business growth machine, our sales funnel comes into play. With the top of the funnel, we have with an attractive offer, with gear number one is the offer. We work with a business owner. We look at all the other offers, the other competing offers, and we help them come up with a very, very attractive offer that will bring people through the door. And once people are through the door, then our gear number 2 and gear number 3 keeps in touch with them and makes them aware of their core products and their upgraded products. But the key of all this is that you have to have the contact information so that you can stay on top of mind and make people aware of your additional products and services.
Great. We just have less than a minute, but I want to strongly encourage people to read your special report, The Business Growth Machine. It will help you generate unlimited leads, sales, and exposures for your business. It's a special report, and it's on the mainstreetignite.com page. And again, just reading this could really help a business survive.
That is correct, Paul. So we are here. We are launching the Greenburgh Chamber Greenburgh Boost. Greenburgh Boost will be launched on March 15th. We encourage the community to go over there, join the VIP club. We really need to support the local businesses. The local businesses are the lifeblood of America. They hire, they create the maximum number of jobs in the country. They hire more people than corporate America. The employees of small businesses file more patents than employees who work in large companies. So it is critical that we support our local businesses. When you make your spending decision, please keep the local businesses in mind. We don't have to help Jeff Bezos and Amazon buy his third vacation home. We need to support our local businesses, our local community.
Great. I'm Paul Feiner. I'm Greenburgh Town Supervisor. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Paul.
Thank you. This was great.